What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans, Phoenix Suns fans, and welcome to TSR Sports, with a live play-by-play reaction scoreboard chat for tonight's game. The San Antonio Spurs visiting the Phoenix Suns. I believe this is the Suns' last home game, so maybe they'll put in some effort tonight because I'd like to see a good game. The Spurs win sounds good, but also there's that little nagging part of me, just that little silent majority, if you will, that says, "No, TSR, we need to lose tonight because of the lottery." But I hate thinking like that. Not sure where you guys stand. No matter what happens, hope we have a good game, and hopefully Steph goes off tonight. I saw Zachary Rissache recently went for 38 points, so I believe that's the highest for a rookie this year. So that means Steph's got to go for 40 tonight, at least. A Pete off Texan. Spurs go to you. Hope you're having a good night. It's Friday, TGIF. What's good, Bobby February? So weekend's coming up. And man, what a long week as a Spurs live play-by-play uh, personality. I don't know if that's what I want to call myself, but man, 10:30 game Tuesday, 10 o'clock game Wednesday, 10 o'clock game tonight. I'm glad these 10 o'clock games are done. That's three in a row. This is Area 51, a 1 of 1 jersey right here. Of course, the old number, oh yeah, the old number 69. On the back it says "Go Spurs Go." This was a jersey I got from, gosh, I don't remember, quite a few years back. It was free, and I said yes. Too Clutch Corey, Go Spurs Go to you. A friend of mine at work did T-shirts, and I advertised them for about a year. Not really a sponsorship. I just said, hey, you hooking me up with a free jersey and a Saquon Barkley T-shirt. So I just promoted them for a while, and then they just kind of disappeared. Joe, what's going on? Oh, I know. This is game number 81. Live stream, not game number 81. It's more than that because we did the play-by-play for the Summer League in preseason. I'm actually going to look it up now, but I know for sure we've called over 90 games. Ricky, what's going on? Thanks for stopping in. The late games do suck, especially when you work in the morning, which I do. I don't know if you guys have to work in the morning, but I work at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. So when these games start at 10 or 10:30, oof. By the way, Kellen Johnson, Jeremy Sohan, Devin Vassell, all out tonight. Devin and Kellman with a left ankle, huh? Which means CP3 and Harrison Barnes are playing, and I don't believe they missed a game this year, which is absolutely incredible. Kokashiba, what's going on? I can't stand. I get that vibe from a lot of Spurs fans. I haven't really heard his commentary because I'm here with you guys. I don't want to say anything bad about him, but I don't know. I'd be fine with me next to Sean Elliott. Putting that out there. Sean, where you at? Next year, we'll have a game start at midnight. God, Phil, I hope not. Last game of the season, Glasgow Banking is at like 3 p.m. Saturday, Eastern time. No, it's not Saturday, Sunday, excuse me, Sunday. It's at 3 or 3:30. I don't remember exactly. What's up, Steven Z? Do y'all think we're going to get Mike Malone? The big question, first off, POT, Pop, is what's going on with Pop? Until we know that, the whole next head coach thing is completely up in the air. Yeah, Kokoshibo, I heard that recently, and I was shocked that they only got 5 games together. So just wait till they have an off season to work together, et cetera, et cetera. I wanted to check the playlist for the Spurs. I mentioned we were up to 80 something games, but that's not correct. This is game number 94 of the season. Sunday will be game 95, and that will be the last one. And we didn't miss a game. If the Spurs were going to the playoffs, well, of course, we'd call those two. And would crack 100 games, but that's not going to be the case this season. Soon, but not quite yet. What's up, Four Paws? Triple overtime. Hey, I can sleep in tomorrow, Four Paws. I normally go to a comic book thing sometimes on Saturdays in the morning. I would have to get up for 6 a.m. for that. And I was like, you know what? 3 10 o'clock games. I'm going to watch the UFC with a buddy of mine tomorrow night. That's also a 10 p.m. start my time. I need one day to sleep in. That's going to be tomorrow. I'm sleeping in at least till 8, which might not sound late, but if I can get 7 hours of sleep, that's actually a lot for me. Bonjour, Arno Furphy, for my man Furphy. Right. What's up, Greco? Say Augustine, thanks for stopping in. No Evan Vassell, Bobby. Reyes, good evening to you. Booker, Beal, Allen, Dunn, and Iguodala. I could use I could use a good a nice little rest for a pause. I've also bumped up my working out to 2 to 3 times a day. Not doing anything crazy. Just like today, I ran a mile on my break. Biked for 20 minutes a little over 20 minutes at lunch. I only get a half hour lunch, and then after work, ran another mile, and that's it. But I'm just trying to stay active throughout the day, especially at work, and I could definitely feel the difference. When we went to three, we could have won the Hornets game, which could have made them go three. We could have won the. Oh, there's a lot of games we could have won. We probably should be in the play-in. Phil, I didn't know you were writing a book. I had no idea. Awesome. Joy, what's going on? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Darren Fox coming here was awesome, but a difficult adjustment for the team. First, you got a different point guard, sort of. I mean, they were splitting point guard duties between Darren Fox and CP3, but you have a new guy handling the ball who's also left-handed, which means the pick and rolls work differently. So the offseason is going to help a lot with the Spurs having a chance to practice with Fox. Fox won't be injured coming into next season. Well, hopefully won't be injured coming into next season. Well, they're showing Harrison Barnes 3-point shooting, and Harrison Barnes, wow, his last 5 or 6 games, he's been phenomenal. Good for him. A lot of Spurs fans are saying bring him back next year. I believe he's under contract and it's not optional. I thought I saw it was 19 million, so he's going to be back next year. Whether he's back after that, we'll see. If Chris Paul comes back to the Spurs next season, it can't possibly be as a starter. No way, no way. Yeah, J Money. I mean, I figured the Hawks were an automatic lock for the play-in. I was hopeful if the Miami Heat didn't have that 9 game losing streak near the end of the season and at least play near 500 ball, like 4-5, then they probably would have stayed ahead of the Atlanta Hawks, but they were probably going to make it. What happens in the play-in, though, is what I'm really interested in. So we'll be hate watching both games next week. I do believe you have to win twice to be in the play-in. You have, I think it's 7 and 10 and 8 and 9 play. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then the losers have their own bracket, and then the winners have their own bracket, and whoever wins the respective game is seed 7 and 8. Kind of weird. Carlos, I'm Bald Jader. Good evening to you. If CP3 comes back, it won't be with the Spurs. Um, who the heck knows? Really have no idea. Man, what a weird season from the Milwaukee Bucks, J Money. So you guys started off rough, then you played well. Then I believe you had another losing streak. Now you're on another winning streak. So kind of a roller coaster, is it not? Good evening, Daniel Barry. Thank you for stopping in. Good evening, my big They're showing Bradley Beal on the screen right now. What a terrible contract. Horrible. 50-ish million a year. And you have two guys that are ball dominant in Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. Just no, no. You try to throw a team to throw your own super team together with Beal, Booker, and Durant, and it clearly didn't work. Durant is out tonight, by the way. Okay, J Money. I thought they've had a very weird season. Bart, what's going on? Thank you for stopping in. The Spurs win made the Warriors fall. I know. Boy, we did the Warriors wrong, didn't we? As a backup, Fon Swine, 18 to 20 minutes game as a backup, but absolutely not as a starter. No way. I don't know if Blake Wesley's ready to be a backup yet. And after that, kind of slim pickings. Yeah, the Hawks are looking good. Hopefully, whatever they're doing right now runs out before the play-in starts. Naz Reid, he's a name I hear thrown around the channel a lot. Some have said Miles Turner. John Collins might be a free agent or tradable. He's with Utah right now, isn't he? And Utah's a freaking mess. I saw Risache had 38 the prior night. He also had 12 tonight. So, I mean, that's a great game, but I don't think that gets him Rookie of the Year. Champagne, Barnes, Biamo, Castle, Paul. Okay. Allen, Dunn, Icodaro, Beal, and Booker for the Suns. What a weird starting lineup. By the way, if you have not hit the thumbs up, make sure you do so. Fast, fun, free, nutritious, and delicious. It does help the channel, and it's the only thing I'll ask for here. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! Sorry. Versace has the most 30-point games for a rookie. I do worry that he could possibly sneak rookie, pull the rug out from under us. And if we're not paying attention, the Hawks are a better team. That shouldn't factor into it. The Rookie of the Year is not a team award. However, Rudy Gobert won Defensive Player of the Year last year, and he was not the best defender in the NBA. I do think that was Victor Wembanyama, but he did play on a better defensive team, whereas the Spurs were quite bad defensively last year. They were abysmal without Wemby. Guys are on the court, and away we go. Suns easily won the jump ball. Whoa, that is way off. Let me fix my players on the court. That's all sort of jacked up. Jeez, TSR. That better? Well, okay. Switch. Yeah, that'll work. And a turnover by Phoenix. All right, well, we'll take it. Champagny for three. First shot for the Spurs is good. 3-0. I think the Castle's 99.9% chance, I would say. What's going on, Medicare, guys? It is Friday, TGI to the F. 7th and 8th play in the play-in. Winner gets 17th. Okay. Oh, 7th and 8th. Oh, okay. As I looked away, we got our first bucket by Phoenix. Bradley Beal with the 2. Bradley Beal rocking the headband. Grogu, somebody's wearing a headband. What do you got to say to that? All right. That was insightful. Anyways, had a block shot. We didn't get a good luck boop, Yodi. Good luck boop. There's a missed 3 for Phoenix. And hey, an offensive rebound. What do you know? Ryan Dunn missed the 3. Phoenix gets the ball back because Spurs, we give up offensive rebounds left and right. That's where like Booker has a headband as well. Dunn with another miss. Spurs ball. Harrison Barnes going to bring it up for San Antonio. Over to Champagny. Penny for 3. Alrighty then. Tracy, I agree. He's been up and down a lot. More up lately. But I believe he had a pretty slow start to the season. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds by Castle. It'll stay with Phoenix. They have 12 on the shot clock. No, it's Champagny. I said this earlier in the year, probably a couple times, and granted it's early in the first quarter, but I think Champagny plays better as a starter. Just throwing that out there. Well, Ryan Dunn just firing off threes. He makes that one. I think he's taken 3 threes already. I think Champagny will go for a career high tonight. Lance, I think you mean the eighth lottery pick, correct? You're talking about 18 in the lottery? Champagny gets it to Biombo. Biombo with a little jumper. When I hear 8th seed, I think playoffs, but I'm pretty sure you're talking about the lottery. You are talking about the lottery. 8-5. Spurs up by 3. No Devin, no Keldon, no Jeremy, no Wemby, no Fox, no Riley Minix, my brother from another mother. There's a dunk by Ego Hadara. Hope I'm saying that name right. My apologies if I'm not. Castle would have passed to Biombo. Biombo out to Barnes in the corner, his favorite spot, but he missed the 3. Can't make them all. 8th lottery. Okay. 9-11 to go. Allen's off the glass and no good by Beal. Spurs ball. Captain brings it up. Looking to drive, and the Suns get back in transition. 14 on the shot clock for San Antonio. Castle still running around. Finally pulls up a long 2. Is good. Right, Steph? I see it from here. The Suns need to blow it up anyway, Kokoshibo. They're not going to make the playoffs this year, and they have a huge salary, huge salaries on their team between Durant, Kerr, and Beal. That's what 140 to 150 million between the 3 of them for a sub 500 record. They need to blow it up after the season. I just don't know if I don't think Beal's trainable. His contract's an albatross. That little runner's no good by Ego Hadaro. It is Spurs ball. 4 pause. You might be onto something there. Castle in the paint gets it to Biombo. Biombo little jumper is short. I thought Castle was going to shoot that. Kind of surprised he deferred to Biombo. Dunn at the rim, misses. Dunn with the follow up, misses again, but this time he gets fouled, going to the line for 2. Carlos Nurkic. Carlos Nurkic? I don't know about Carlos Nurkic. Champagne definitely earned a new contract. He originally signed a 4-year, $12 million contract, which looks like a bargain in today's NBA. I should probably keep him around. The Phoenix Suns started off 8-1. Their injury-plagued trio only played 37 games. They were eliminated from the playoffs the first time since 2020, and they don't have a first-round pick. They don't control their own first-round pick until 2032. Oh man! Oh wow! They have no draft capital to work with. CP3 jumper no good. Done with the rebound. That is horrible. What's up, Mr. Fultron? What's your breaking news? Without Wimpy. Nice. There's an alley-oop and an ugly-looking finish by Iguodaro, but it went in. Suns have taken the lead 11-10. Yeah, 2032. Colts. I think Castle just hit a 3 and I wasn't looking. I saw his first score by 3 and they put the camera on Castle. That tells me that he hit a 3. Dunn with a miss. Castle with the rebound. Dunn is firing threes at will. We are giving him the green light. Speaking of the green light, Champagne. What the? Champagne! Romeo, what's going on? Yeah, one game after today. And we've called all 81. We're 81 of 81, barring me falling off the side of the planet. So I think that's possible. We've called all 82 for the first time. Champagne got 9. He is cooking tonight. Good luck, punch. Woo! And a good luck spin. Woo! Whee! Who played well? Champagne playing well right now. We're up 16-11. Champagne has 9 of the Spurs' 16 points. He's at 3 threes. He's firing them and is making them all. Yeah, he's trying to get a contract extension. There you go. As he should be. Wait, is Keldon wearing a big cowboy hat on the sideline? By the way, he is full-on farm guy. I heard an interview with him recently. He was talking about the horses he had and all the farm animals. I was like, holy crap, Keldon's I don't know, he's such a country boy. Proving we do not need Vassell. We were winning with the lineup. Remember when the plus minus wise was one of the best lineups in the league? It was, let me think if I can remember. It was Wemby, Champagny, Barnes, Castle, and Paul. Not the lineup you would think would be the best on the Spurs, but I believe at a plus minuses, they were the top ones. So the Spurs, no, Mohammed, I don't believe in tanking on purpose. If you lose naturally, so be it. But if they win out, it will hurt their lottery position. I think it goes by a coin flip, but if they win out and the Blazers lose out and the Phoenix Suns lose out, we'd all be tied at 35 wins. And that would give us a three-way tie for, I believe, 8, 9, 10 in the lottery. Howdy, Gabriel. It's not like we're sending them no, no. Champagne, 3 or 4 more years for, he's going to get a raise. 4 years, well, no, probably. What's that? What do you think a Champagne would get on a contract extension? 8 to 10 million a year? I mean, it gave Zach Collins 17 and a half for crying out loud. Oh, geez, Carlos, hey, what? Why are you hating on Champagne? He's under contract for 2 more years. Did it come out today, Gabriel? I want to be excited about new Magic sets, but there's so freaking many of them that I've kind of just. I still play. I'm actually working on all my decks right now and trying to, fix things, if you will. I'm going back to 58. I don't know. I'm kind of torn if I should do 32 non-budget and 26 budget, where it's, most of the color pie, all the color pie in one and not in the second one. But then I have cards that fit in some of those budget decks, so maybe I'll just throw cards here and there that are non-budget. Although I see Crater Hoof Behemoth is almost a budget card. Most people consider budget cards $10 or less. Champ Penny got fouled on that three. That was an and one. Wilson, what's going on? We need size. We need 3-point shooting. Kirk, what's going on? I don't remember. Suns just turn it over. Wow, Phoenix off to a rough start. Affinity. Affinity's back. Like Artifact Affinity? Yeah, I'm a big Magic fan, but there's not in a hurry to buy a new product because there's like a new set every it feels like 6 weeks, and I just can't keep up with it anymore. I'm too busy between TSR Sports, the I Make Crap channel, which man, I've plugged it before, having a lot of fun over there. I think I'm gonna start doing more shorts over there. I put up a short of an '80s toy I had called the Power Lord, and I have a lot of toys from my youth. I was like, well, I just remember this toy and just a quick 20-second video of some like weird stuff I have. Oh, I know how I'll do next. Purple guy. Field jumper at the line, no good. And ball gets saved to Castle, who bringing up for the Spurs. 17-11. Can't know if the Suns are putting any effort in at all tonight. It's at home, they should be. Castle with the dish to Biombo. Biombo with the miss. Biombo's had a couple misses at the rim tonight. You're costing our man some assists. HB does have one more year with us. I believe it's 19 million next season. I think. Looker out to Beal. Beal for three. No good. Run with the putback. It's going. Well, there's one thing that's consistent. We can't rebound. We cannot rebound. Oh, I gotta see. Look for Kelman on the sideline. Is he wearing a big old cowboy hat? Castle, another mid-range jumper. Pineapple power. I can't find Kelman on the sideline. Right there. All right. I don't see the cowboy hat. Is he way over to the right? There's another miss for Phoenix. Boy, they are really sucking tonight so far. CP3 into the paint. Gets it to HB. I'm sorry, not HB. Biombo. Biombo with another miss. Can we stop feeding Biombo? Hey, Gunk, what's going on? It's been a rough week. I went to bed at like 11 last night. I didn't get any extra sleep between waking up this morning and the game. I was like, oh, roll with it. I've been working a lot, and be for three from the corner, increasing my workouts, and it's actually, I think, helping my energy levels, but it's been a rough week. What's up, Roundup? Johnny, go Spurs, go. Beal with 5 points, 2 rebounds. 19-16, 4.5 minutes to go. Castle with the ball into the paint. Gets it to Biombo. Biombo with the shot. And that one is in. I'd like to see Castle go for 40. Frederick, Sohan, Kelvin Johnson, and Devin Vassell all shut down tonight. I don't think Devin or Kelvin are hurt. I just think they're the art of tanking without tanking. Devin Booker, pull up Jay good. I guess credit to the Suns. They could have shut Booker and Beal down. Castle mid-range jumper. Castle is smoking the mid-range tonight. Robert, I can't argue with that. Johnny, um, it's okay. Done for three. We are leaving guys open, and he hits a three. And Mitch is going to call a timeout. So, of course, as soon as I said it looks okay, we give up an open three. Kokoshibo, active players. Castle is probably our best player. Once he gets efficient, I would expect him to pass De'Aaron Fox at some point. When everybody's healthy, Wemby's clearly our best player. But I wouldn't be shocked if Castle eventually passes Fox. just because of the defensive side. He brings more size too. You know what? Let's get a go Spurs go up. Oh, sure. Oh my God. You got a roughly two people on the phone are brave talking to you like I need this and that. Oh, Carlos, let me tell you, my man. I used to be on the phones for 17 years, from 2007 when I started at Geico as a claims adjuster, which I don't miss that at all. And then when I worked in collections for the state of Connecticut. I don't do that anymore. Um, yeah, there was just a lot of angry people and nonsense, and working at Geico was just more BS because I handled bodily injury claims, so a lot of sketchy crap. I'm done with the phones. I don't do any type of work like that anymore. I'm very happy to be away from it. Should we run our offense through Fox since he averaged more than Wemby? Uh, it seems to benefit with having them both on the court is the offense can run through either of them. And then when one of them's off the court, we shouldn't have a situation when they're both healthy, when they're both off the court. The offense should go through whoever's on the court. So if Wemby comes out at the 5 to 6 minute mark, whatever it is, Fox should stay in, and then Wemby checks in at the end of the first. Then Fox comes out, but their minutes should be staggered at times. That one of them should always be on the court. What's up, Cassie? Thank you for stopping in. Ricardo Fortaniga. Levi and friends, what's going on? So, Rich, if the Spurs went out, that's 35 wins. I said 35 to 40. Levi, I did. I said 35 to 40. We all adjusted a little after the hot start, but my original prediction was 35 to 40. I'm a little torn, Sean, because I don't want to root for my team to lose, but I also know this could have massive lottery implications if they went out. Uh, if Phoenix loses out and who else? Crap, I'm forgetting the other team that's with us. Portland loses out, we could feasibly drop from eighth to 10th. But you know what? Atlanta went from 10 to 1 last year, and if we went out and it's meant to be, and the NBA hooks us up, we'll go from 10 to 1 as well. I do have pictures with the gee, I don't know if I do Greco. Fukushima left that rotation. Oh my gosh, sorry. Malachi Branham's on the floor? Maybe we are tanking tonight. Mabu drives in the paint, nobody there, throws it down. He faked the three and then just ran by everybody, which we've seen Wemby do at times. I'd like to see the pump fake for more from Wemby this season. Booker pull away or Booker fade away, good. Malachi freaking Branham getting some minutes. Blake Wesley's also checked in too. So the tank squad is out there. Castle tries to go right by his defender. He does. Branham misses at the rim. Steph has lost like 3 assists already from our guys missing shots left and right. Come on, Spurs. Deal for three. Nope. Blake Wesley will corral the loose ball, sprints up the court, and turns it over. Booker for three. Well, tied game. And now a whistle. All right. Spurs ball. That's right. You were at the game where Mama went off. Castle with the ball. Gets it over to Champagne for three. That's his first miss of the night. Yeah, Bradley Beal dollar signs as in he's really expensive. That three is no good. It is Spurs ball. There's 3 headbands out there for the Suns right now. Oh my goodness. Mamo to the paint. Fucking and one. All right, Grogu. Trip, what's going on? We're going to see an offensive explosion from Mamu tonight. I'd be for that. All right, Miss TSR saying she can't find Cowboy Kelman either. I do know he wears a cowboy hat on occasion. I don't know about wearing it on the sideline because that big old hat might block the viewers behind him. We don't want that to happen. Jordan McLaughlin checking in. Do we have 4 guards and a Mamu? Y'all know I love that. No, Mama does not mean more tattoos. How about you? Thank you for stopping in. Let's see what we got out there. Castle, Branham, McLaughlin, Wesley. It's four guards in a Mamu. That pull up J is no good. Who the hell shot that? I don't even know who that was. There's a missed three. Song Lipsy for three, no good. Malachi Brandon with the ball for the Spurs gets it over to Castle. Castle's going to fire up a long three. Okay, Steph. Jacob, stop saying he hasn't missed. You're going to jinx him. Yeah, jerk off. It is Suns ball. 31-26, minute 25. Sorry, that was inappropriate. Steal by Branham. Fast break for the Spurs. Malachi Branham in the paint. Down. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but this four guards on a mom was working right now. Though the Suns aren't exactly putting out the Twin Towers. Just saying. Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Suns. He's rocking a headband as well. He's going to fire off a three. He's going to miss a three. Offensive rebound for the Suns. That was like Lipsy. Under a minute to go. Suns ball, 7 on the shot clock. Gillespie into the paint. Off balance jumper is no good. Won the foul, not going to get it. Another offensive rebound for Phoenix. Martin with the ball for the Suns, 8 on the shot clock. Gets it out to Booker. 2 on the shot clock. Booker going to drive. Gets right by Blake Wesley and throws it down. Ooh. He eats Blake Wesley's for breakfast. And now he's very hungry. There's a 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Brian, go Spurs, go to you. That should be a t-shirt, Area 51, but we don't do merch here. Mom was open for three. Well, now he's going to take it. He double clutched it and then missed it. Double pump, I think, threw his rhythm off. Right, Raymond? O'Neal buzzer beater layup is no good. Blake did. 13 ounce to what? That's a lot of Nutella, isn't it? That Rico, that Mamo hesitation totally messed up his shot, and then he got chucked. All right, second quarter on the way. Now that author from ESPN vote. Brian, you don't know how voters are going to vote, which is why I've said Rookie of the Year is probably not completely locked up. If Castle plays like this the rest of the night, it's a different story. We just talked about Zachary Rasache just recently went for 38. What Castle got right now? Steph has 12. Steph is on pace for 48. Now, he played the whole first quarter, so he's going to come out and get a rest, but I would be for Steph dropping 40 tonight. Steph, 40? Anybody? Yes? By the way, if anybody has not watched it, I recommend a new show on Amazon Prime called The Bondsman with Kevin Bacon. It's a little gory at times, but it was only 8 episodes, and each one was like a half hour. So if you're looking for something new to binge over the weekend, check it out. Nutella. Now I'm hungry, Carlos. Steph for 50, don't settle for less. Okay. That much Nutella gonna bind you up. Yeah, Carlos, you're gonna have a tummy ache, I would think. Something wicked. That would do me in. Oh. Yodi's saying, all right, you gonna do it? Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. Hmm. Levitating baby coyote, coyote, my bestest little. Castle gonna have 17 points. No, Carlos, that means he's gonna suck the rest of the game. Benjamin says win 34. Yeah, that'd be the most we've had since with the 18-19 season when we won like 47 or 48. I mean, they're trending in the right direction. It's a hell of a lot more than 22. No, we did not lock in the final draft spot, Paz. If the Spurs win out and the Blazers and Suns lose out, we could fall from 8 to 10. Nuggets Grizzlies is interesting, is it? Jet it out with the $2 super chat says, I've been binge watching Wheels of Time. I've not watched Wheel of Time yet. That's based on that really long book by the guy that Robert Howard, I think. Is that his name? I've not watched Wheel of Time yet, but I've heard it's pretty good. It is Spurs ball to start the second Q. Like Wesley looking to drive, gets in the paint, gets it out. Brandon for three. That guy Brandon. No, I'm gonna do. Castle's not gonna play the whole game. He's gonna get a rest. Gillespie for three. No good. Another offensive rebound for Phoenix. We might be winning, but my God, our offensive rebounding sucks. Jesse Westside. It's a miss. Spurs ball. Mum with the rebound. McLaughlin will start to drive. They have 9 offensive rebounds. We have 0. What the hell? McLaughlin just went for a layup and threw it over the backboard. Where are you throwing that, bro? Rotato? That was horrible. That should be on Shaq and a fool. He went for a layup and just threw it, and then over the backboard it went. That's a little too high, buddy. I did call him Brotato, which is also a fun video game if you haven't played it. I recommend Brotato. Potato with they can hold 6 weapons at once. Brandon won another bucket. The Suns are really sucking tonight. 38-28, 10-25 to go in the first half. Step back 3. All right, Grayson Allen. You know he can shoot. 38-31. Thank you, Levi. Yes, hit the thumbs up. It does help the channel if you could. Brandon pull up Jay, no good. Brian, the Suns have definitely given up. Haven't they lost like 8 or 9 in a row? They are definitely on a losing streak at this moment. Drive, stop, pop. Is that Grayson Allen again? I think it was. Okay, Grayson Allen. The Yankees are, yeah, they've been a little disappointing, Carlos, after that hot start. Barnes pull up Jay, no good. And yeah, with that huge series against the Brewers where they hit like 800 home runs, and since then, right, it's Jones, Trey Jones' brother. Trey not with the team anymore, but just saying that it's Trey Jones' brother, Tyus Jones. Gosh, I don't want Durant either. Mamu's open for 3. Wink, no good. The cost of Durant, what we'll have to give up. Gillespie for 3, no good. Spurs with the rebound, and Blake Wesley will bring it up the court. He's really pushing the pace right now. Flies in the paint, kicks it out for 3. Brandon, no good. Malachi Brandon will not be scared to shoot tonight. Hey, Castle's having a good game. I hope he has a game. Versace actually had a phenomenal game. Didn't he go like 15 of 20 from the field on his way to 38? So not only did they have a high scoring night, but it was an extremely efficient scoring night as well. There's a bad turnover by Phoenix. Spurs ball. Yash, I would say over, but don't bet based on that. I'm not a gambler. I don't know the odds. Never tell me the odds. Spears ball up by 5. Looking to see if Steph chat back in because he's having a phenomenal game, but no, he has not. Harrison Barnes with the ball. Drives in the paint. Gets by everybody. Layup good. Yeah, Dodge, I'm the same way. I know some Spurs fans want Durant. I get it, but just I feel like the negatives will outweigh the positives. There's another missed 3 for the Suns. That was by Bradley Beal. Phoenix is chucking some threes, but they are not going down. Barnes drives in the paint. Oh, sorry, Brandon drives in the paint. Ball is stripped, and it's going to stay with the Spurs up 40 to 33, 7:45 to go. You do not have to bet 20. You don't have to bet anything. Correct? I think tonight you should give up gambling. Zachary Wizashi. Man, I've heard his name pronounced a whole lot of different ways. I hear Ricochet a lot. I don't think that's right. Rumble in the paint, layup good. I thought it was Risache. Or the Sakabila Rizache, but I hear Ricochet a lot. I'm like, I don't think it's Ricochet. We're in a timeout. I'm only down for Durant if we have to give almost nothing up, and I don't think that's going to be the case. I feel the same way that it's great for Durant. It feels like a win now move, and we're not a win now team. We're building something for the future. Hopefully, another dynasty like we had before, or a semblance of a dynasty. But bringing in Durant and just no, this team truly played better without Vassell. That's right, Tracy. You're not the biggest Devin fan, remember? And while it's not all his fault, Kevin Durant's team since the Golden State Warriors haven't exactly been killing it with playoff success. Just saying. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired. Someone said Grayson Allen looks like an NBA version of Ted Cruz. I don't know what to do with that. Um, okay, sure. We're in a timeout. 1 minute left. Spurs are up 42 to 33. No, they don't. Jumping to the Warriors like he did. Yeah, I think his karma's gone the other way at this point. Rich, who do you think is going to be the face of the NBA when KD, CP3, Curry, LeBron retire? I mean, Jokic has got to be on that list, or getting on that list. I think Wemby's going to be on that list. Um, Luca, Wemby, Giannis is still around. Uh, Obviously Jokic. Yeah, guys like that. Gee, damn it, Spurs! Don't throw away a top four for a pointless cut. Levi and friends, they're looking like they're going to win tonight. Oh, don't forget the third quarter hasn't happened yet. Zach Collins will be the face of the NBA. There you go. Zach Collins, the face of the NBA. Our favorite player. Good old Zach. Zach Collins. What? Checking the hair. My apologies if I yawn a lot tonight. I wasn't tired a little while ago, but now that I've kind of settled in on my couch, I'm getting a little sleepy. I'm not gonna lie. Anthony Edwards. Yep, good call, Greco. Forgot about Ant. I'm not gonna say Jean Morant because of life. The 0 for 3, no good, man. He is taking a lot of threes and missing a lot of threes, like a ton of threes. Yeah, I think he's taking like seems like 6 or 7 already. McLaughlin for 3, no good. Done with the rebound. Spurs need a Zach Collins statue right outside. LA Decano goes for his go from the Philippines. NBA's biggest heel. Probably LeBron, right? Because of the flopping, I would think. Maybe, I don't know. He just made media the national need again, or not national media, sports. With the recent when he ran into Jonathan Kuminga, and then the thing about that play that's weird is he runs it to Kuminga and goes down, and then he's on the ground like hitting the ground like he's in pain, and then you see him look around. None of his teammates came to help him out, which tends to make me think they were like, "Yeah, BS, you're okay," which he was. Jones for 3, good. What's up, Greg? Thank you for stopping in. Couch Crew's here. Well, this Couch Crew. 42-38. Spurs up by 4. Wesley faked a 3 and then realized that's a bad idea. He's going to drive in the paint, kick it out to Mamu. He will take a 3. No good. Phoenix Suns ball. Trey Jones got traded. Oh, Arno, he got hurt. Hurt his ankle again. He was doing really well in Chicago, and then he sprained his ankle, and I don't think he's played since then. Tyus Jones for 3 again. Oh, not even close. Right hit the backboard and then hit the rim. And then the Spurs turn it over, going down the other way. Where's Steph? Looking at the clock, Mitch. Durant is getting close to retirement age in the NBA. I would agree with that. Greco, I would agree with that. I saw his recent celebration, the throwing a grenade, and I was like, I personally don't care. Whatever. Considering his prior suspension, I think my man should stay away from anything weapon related in the NBA. I think that's just Tyus Jones for 3 again. It's 1 point game. Yeah, Carlos, I've heard a Denver Nuggets fan came in and wrote a long comment, a good comment of what was happening in Denver, and it was a mess between the coach, the GM, just a nightmare out there, which is why they both got fired. Blake with the miss from the elbow, and it's going to be Suns. Well, they can retake the lead. The Spurs have gone ice cold. Of course, we got the team tank lineup out there right now. Jones runner, no good. Oh, CP3's back in. I didn't realize Chris Paul's on the floor. Champagnie going to look away and then take a quick 3. Champagnie's been on fire tonight. Kevin Durant's out on Paul. No KD tonight. Julian Champagnie looking good tonight. No KD and Nick Richards out for the Suns. For the Spurs, it is Jeremy Sohan, Kellen Johnson, Don Vassell, and of course De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama were out for the season. That's a 3 by Bradley Beal. That's a 1 point game. They go Cole when you come on. Oh no, Greg! And now a turnover. Suns ball. Plumlee in the paint, throws it down. That's the lead. Greg, what did you do? I'm just kidding, man. The old second quarter getting jumped. Greco, yeah. I don't care. I'm not being judgmental, but if you've already gotten in trouble for something with weapons by your employer, and this is his employer, you are the face, one of the faces of your team. And I think sometimes the players and the fans forget that. They're like, what's the big deal? They can do whatever they want. Like, to a degree, but you are representing a franchise that's paying you very nicely. Like I told you guys, I work for the state of Connecticut. I can't just get out there and start, doing certain things I can't do. Ah, Greg, it's all good, man. I'm glad you're here. Mario, yeah, I mean, I like our young core. Mario, good evening to you. We went through a lot this season as a team. Greg Popovich goes down early November. Nobody obviously could prepare for that. That's just sudden medical emergency. You bring in Mitch Johnson, who's clearly not ready to coach, and the team falls apart in January for whatever reason. Tougher schedule, but the team just kind of collapses in January, and I think they only won 4 games. And then Wemby goes down for the year at the All-Star break. Right before that, we brought in De'Aaron Fox, which great trade by Brian Wright, but then he gets shut down because he came in with an injury. Different starting line, tons of different starting lineups. So, I mean, all things considered, it could have been a much worse season. I know, Mario, the Yankees have been playing like poop. City Sissoko's playing for the Blazers. Oh, they're full tank mode, aren't they? Gervin Robinson, Janome Collins. What? One of these things is not like the other. Yeah, Steven Z, yes, because image is very important if you are going to image might not matter per se, but if you want to be somebody that does commercials for Nike or Under Armour, or whatever. Some sports related thing. You need markability, and if you're constantly in trouble with weapony stuff, I don't think people are gonna be knocking at your door. See, Portland Trailblazers are playing the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors have to win tonight. Portland's going to tank that one, which means if the Spurs win tonight, they will be 1-1 behind Portland and Golden State. I imagine Golden State's going to annihilate Portland when it's all said and done. They really, 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 really need that game. They really, really needed that game against us. Has Castle checked back in yet? Yes, he has. He finally comes in. Steph had a huge first quarter, and then Mitch rested him for 8 minutes because Mitch, CP3, 4-3, no good. Booker T with the rebound. Paul, Devin, Sohan, Barnes, Vic. That was projected at the start of the season. I don't know if that lineup really ever played much together. Very little. Sissoko, 1 point. That's not about right. Mariano found the Spurs. Audie, go Spurs, go to you. French, don't be scared, but tomorrow's going to do the same live test to see how my. I hope you're doing well, Carlos. Good luck. Be well. Be well. Best of luck to you, seriously. Showing a foul on CP3. That's our replay? No, it's being challenged. All right. I see Darren Fox in the house. Okay. Mitch Johnson would a challenge, which he's been doing more at the end of the season, to his credit. Octane? I hope so. Obviously not this year, since it's impossible for us to make the play-in, but I'd like to see one. What do you guys timeline? Reasonable timeline. Not next year. I don't think we're ready next year, but would within 3 or 4 years be reasonable? This might get reversed. I'm not sure CP3 foul ties Jones on that. It might have been a clean swipe. I think Spurs might win this. Illuminati says 2029. Well, it seems so far away because it is far away. Robert, it would be. They also, I've heard people talk about rewarding teams at the end of the season that are still trying to win instead of just giving these tanking teams, the ball, or not the ball, you give them more lottery chances. It's the fans are booing, but it's the right call. We won the challenge. My fantasy basketball team, Utah Jazz, went 20, and the real Jazz did not do that. Yeah, Kokoshu, I think we have lost the challenge. Yes. Castle as a starter, 16.6 points a game, 4 rebounds, 4-point assists. Those are decent rookie of the year numbers. For the people that are criticizing this rookie class and saying it's the worst rookie of the year of all time, the starter numbers are fine. He just hasn't been a starter all year. And he struggled off the bench for, I think when he went to the bench for initially, he struggled a lot. CP3 with the ball over to Castle. Speaking of which, Steph with the ball. Rifles it out to McLaughlin. Back to Biombo. Over to Champagny. Champagny free throw line jumper. No good. Biombo with the offensive rebound and then loses the ball. Scramble for the ball. And Phoenix finally gets it. We got people diving on the floor. 17 on the shot clock for Phoenix. They are up 46-45. They were down by as much as 8 or 10, I believe, at some point in the first half here. Nice bank shot. Ryan Dunn. JT, I don't think Jordan McLaughlin's going to give us a 30-piece. Carlos, I'm tired too. I feel you. Champagny loses the ball in the paint. He's going to stay with the Spurs 48-45. Do you think Pop keeps a secret old man elixir hidden away? Just what? Rico, no, I don't. Definitely not. Oh, Champagny jammed his finger. Castle misses a 3. That's his first miss of the night. It's probably ice cold as well because he's been sitting on the bench for 15 minutes plus. Done for 3 in the corner, no good. Steph with the rebound. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. About 2 minutes to go. Spurs are down by 3. Steph over to Champagny. Champagny fakes the 3. Now going to take off in the paint. An awkward shot is no good. Kind of trying to adjust his body in the air. It didn't quite work out for him. Jones for three. Oof, way short. Another offensive rebound for Phoenix. Yeah, 10 offensive rebounds. Not 10 rebounds, 10 offensive rebounds. Devin Booker pulls up 50-45. I said Devin Booker's averaging about 26 a night. I realized he was averaging that much this year. CP3 takes a three, gets CP none. Phoenix ball, and man, the second quarter has been a complete 180 from what the first quarter was. Devin Booker with the ball, going to start to drive. Tosses across court to Dunn. Dunn thinks about a three. He's going to take off in the paint. And almost turned over. Plumlee gets the ball. Shot clock buzzer. That's the biggest lead in the night for Phoenix. They're up by 8. Champagny, mid-range jumper. Champagny's taken 10 shots already? They said he's 5 of 10 from the field. Holy crap. 53-47. Suns can 2 for 1. Plumlee with the ball. Off to Booker. Booker's going to start to drive. Trying to get by Castle. Gets in the paint. Layup. Rolls off the rim. Champagny with the rebound. There's literally a half second between shots. Oh, crap. What is happening? Well, the Spurs apparently have 0. There's a half second between the shot clock and game clock. Well, my clock is way behind because I don't know what just happened there. McLaughlin in the corner for three. No good. And that's going to end the quarter. My apologies. Way behind here. Rich, we're going to have the Comic-Con on April 18th. What? You should go. That is awesome. I like me some comic book things. Rudy Gobert has 27 points after 3 quarters. That's not very Rudy Gobert-ish. Stupid clock jamming up on me. Well, second quarter did us again, Spurs fans. It's either the second quarter. Wow, I can't type. Second quarter or third quarter. One usually gets us. If the third quarter gets us tonight, then we're going to be in a lot of trouble. We're down by 6. The Spurs look good to start, and then Mitch brought all the reserves in, and then the wheels fell off. Something wicked. By the way, we are trying to get to 100 thumbs up as soon as possible. You can make it happen, and only you can prevent forest fires, but you can get us to 100 thumbs up. If you haven't done so yet, please smash a thumbs up. Fast, refund, nutritious, delicious, and pop. What does it look like? Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! By the way, that is TSR. I listened to the Go Spurs Go, or listened to that thumbs up thing. Like, yeah, that's my music on there. Like, oh, okay. Me, baby. Me. All right, where's our box score? Put it over here. Over here. Over there. Over here. Boom, boom. Over there. I'm sorry. All right. We outscored the Suns 33-28 in the first. Got outscored 25-14 in the second. The Spurs put up a whole 14 points in the second quarter. Bad. That is bad. For the Phoenix Suns, Ryan Dunn, he has 12 points tonight. Oso Ighodaro with 4. Bradley Beal with 13. Grayson Allen with 5. And Devin Booker with 11. Off the bench for the Suns, Royce O'Neal with the donut. Cody Martin matching that donut. Mason Plumlee with 2. Tyus Jones with 6. And Colin Gillespie with 0. I didn't have Cody Martin on my roster sheet. I'll have to grab him. I can. Cody? All right, gotcha. For the game, the Phoenix Suns are shooting 40, 33, 100. They have only 4 turnovers. They do have 10 offensive rebounds. We have 0 offensive rebounds. Oh, I'm sorry, we have 1. We have 1. We have 1 offensive rebound. We have 5 turnovers. For the night, the Spurs are shooting 42, 37, 100. Looking at the starters, Julian Champagny with 15 points. Harrison Barnes with Bismack Biombo with 4. CP3's got 0, has not made a shot yet. Somehow CP3 has 2 block shots. More blocks than paints and assists combined. Chris Paul has more block shots than assists and points combined. He's got 1 assist, no points. Stephon Castle, nice first half, 5 of 6 from the field. He's got 12 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. The offense is definitely flowing through him like the force. Off the bench, Mamu has 7. Jordan McLaughlin with 0, as does Blake Wesley. 0. They're both they missed missed all their shots. They're combined 0 for 5. 26 minutes of play between Blake and Jordan. They have a donut. And Malachi Branham, I'm never afraid to shoot. He's got 7 points for the Spurs. It's odd. Julian Champagnie is having the best game out of the Spurs, but he has the worst plus minus. He's got a minus 11. So when he's on the floor, even though he's scoring, for whatever reason, the team's not playing particularly well. So there is that. There is that. All right, let's get back to the chat. Let's chat it up. Robert, I don't know. Marmalade, I think the Suns are going to be a completely different team next year. Road trip, we've had some bad second quarters and third quarters. Last 6 minutes, Michael let us know we scored 5 points. Well, it kills. Go Spurs, go to you. All right, Carlos, BRB. Gobert's career high 35. Oh, I don't think he's going to get to that. He's not going to get that. CP3, the rim protector. I gotta tell you guys, I'm getting a little tired. I'm glad I made the call not to go to the comic books thing tomorrow morning with a buddy of mine. I would have to have got up at 6 a.m. Then I have the UFC tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Yeah, no, I need to get some rest. It's been a long week with all these late games too. I don't know what Chris does this offseason. Stephon Castle. I think there's always a chance Chris Paul could come back to the Spurs. He absolutely should not be starting in any way, shape, or form. Chris Paul, get your ASS to the bench. Yeah, you tell him, Kawhi. You tell him. You let him know what's up. To comment, Lupe, it's more than 81. We have called all 81 regular season games, and I plan on calling Sunday's game, which would make it 82 of 82. So thank you for that. But if we count preseason summer league, this is actually stream number 94 for the season. So if the Spurs were a playoff team, we would have tipped 100. Never Jules. No, no. TSR, what do you think of Spurs signing? I'm not opposed to it for the right price. Indiana, not a lock yet that Indiana's moving on from Miles Turner yet, is it? Is he a restricted free agent? Sorry. Oh gosh, come on, TSR. Oh, use the swords. That's it. Yodi, call the game. We're gonna need to make you sit a little higher, Yodi. You're a little on the short side to call the game. Oh, that's not gonna work. Those are very thin coasters. Yodi, what if you said on my phone? Why if I just move you back a little bit? All right, you guys cool with Yodi calling the game? It's not. He doesn't sit on my phone very good. Yodi, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Hey, there you go. All right, Yodi's gonna call the game, and I'm just gonna hang out. No, I'm not. If CP3 goes, it's nice to have Fox as a vet. Yeah, and Barnes is gonna be here too. He's a vet. Fonswine, it's tough to decide if that's the case or not because he did play better. He has played better at the 5 than the 4. But we also have to remember he was playing with Zach Collins at the 5. So there is that. You might have to school Parker out from those jerseys and play. I can't school Parker out yet. No, I like Stephon Castle. He's not eclipsed anybody up there. Technically, if we're going legends, George Gervin should be on the wall over Wemby. I don't have a Gervin jersey, but oh gosh, this halftime show is awful. And I think what made it awful is There's a bunch of girls dancing, and then there was like a pasty white guy in the middle of them dancing too, and it didn't work for me. Anyway, back to the chat. Am I a Mighty Morphin? No, I don't know anything about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I know there's like five or six of them, and they come together like Voltron to make the Mighty Morphin robot. I'm sure it has a name. I don't know the name. There's a pink one, a green one. Is it pink? I'm gonna see if I can guess the color. I'm gonna guess there's five of them, right? Arm, leg, head. I'm assuming like Voltron. Oh, six. You need a torso. Pink. I know is a Pink Ranger. Green, blue, yellow, red, and black. I think I just gave the colors of Voltron. I don't know. I sorry. You guys have asked me about it before. I really don't know. I've seen one episode of the show in the 90s. Were they dancing to Space Jam? Oh my gosh, I didn't even catch that. Boris Dio up there? Miles Turner is an unrestricted free agent at the end of the season. You agree, no bueno? Mark, I mean, we have a few more games. We got one more Spurs game. Then we're gonna hate watch the Atlanta Hawks next week because we want them to lose all of their playing games so they become a lottery team and we get their unprotected first round pick. Which, based on record, I'm hoping that means they would be like the 12th team, which isn't great, but it's better than 16 or wherever they are. Same shows, different colors. I mean, I could tell you the Ninja Turtles colors. Raph was red, Mikey's orange, Leonardo's blue, Donatello's purple. Does that count for anything? Piston ones are really only red and pink. I want to say I saw an episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers back in the midish 90s, and I remember there was a giant robot with them controlling it, and they're fighting what looked like a reject out of a Godzilla movie. That's all I can tell you. I don't know. I think I've played a video game on Xbox Game Pass a few years ago. I don't remember any of it at all. Except I remember it's Morphin Time. The people say it's Morphin Time. And then they morph into the thing. That sounds terrible trying to describe this. The other ones are red, blue, yellow, pink, and oh, so there's only five of them. I was thinking six like Voltron, because leg, arm, torso, and all form the head. Seeing like you literally that's the only line I know. There's also Past My Time. If that got popular in the States, because I think it came from did it come from Japan or was it made in America? Here you go. But by the time that got popular, it was I was not the target audience anymore. I was a teen. I was in high school. Definitely not aimed at me. James Silas, Road Trip. Japan. I respect all those guys that play. The oldies like James Silas, George Gervin, Artis Gilmore, Johnny Moore. I never saw them play, and it's hard for me to get a jersey of a player I never saw play. I actually don't own any jerseys of players I never saw play. I obviously saw all these guys play. That goes without saying. And then other jerseys they have in the house, I have Eli Manning, saw his whole career from front to back. Eric Dickerson, who was my favorite running back as a youth, I didn't see him in his prime. I think I saw the last 4 years of his career, 4 or 5. I don't know for sure. I definitely was not watching the NFL when he ran for 21 and 5. What's up, Machine 78? I did see an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation yesterday, the last 10 minutes. So I've now seen two full episodes plus 10 minutes of an episode. Black, not green. Green came in later in the original series. Are we still talking about Power Rangers? Dragon, what's going on, by the way? A show I know nothing about. The cartoons I watched in the 90s that I watched, not that I watched with friends, like if you had like a fourth watching because you're hanging out. I want to say I only watched one in the 90s. Two. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe I did what? Was I watching Ninja Turtles at the start of the 90s? No, I don't know if I was anymore. I watched the movies at that point. I might have been the cartoons I remember the most from the 90s are two, and they both have and in the middle of them. It's blank and blank, and then another show that was blank and blank. The answer is, I'm gonna let you know because I don't think we're doing any trivia in regards to what shows I used to watch. Beavis and Butthead, which should be an obvious one. It was my demographic, but I also watched Ren and Stimpy a bit back in the day. And I don't think I can remember any other cartoons I watched in the 90s. And since the 90s, the only commercial, or since the year 2000, the year 2000, I think the only cartoon I've watched is Beavis and Butthead. With the revival, I can't think of anything. I got nothing. What's up, original? Yeah. You're trying to take it from me. My bar of soap, or something like that. Something about his bar of soap. Animaniacs? I don't know what that is, Road Trip. I'm drawing a blank. Kawhi Leonard was player of the week, and the Clippers are the hottest team in the NBA. What? Load management Leonard? LOL or LML was player of the week? Shut the front door. Anime. I wrote up. I really don't know what that is. Does anybody remember Turbo Teen from the 80s? About a kid that transformed into it was either a red Corvette or a red Ferrari. I think that show lasted all of a year. I didn't watch much Simpsons. I saw a couple episodes when I worked where I worked. They would have it on during lunch. Way back in the day, I don't even know if I can name all the family. Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa. There's another one in there. There's a baby. Lisa's Bart's older the older sister. I'm not looking at the chat. There's a baby. I have no freaking idea. I honestly have no idea. Maggie. Yeah, not getting that. I had no idea. Poor pod. Nope. Maggie was not coming out of this mouth anytime ever. I did get the other ones right though. If all sports are killed off, but you were able to save one, what sport would you save? NBA, NFL? Well, I can tell you what, the NHL, take that off the list. 0% chance of that. Probably not MLB. One sport. I probably would pick the NBA because basketball is the one sport I actually play out of the four you mentioned. Um, it's the sport I call the most on this channel. So if I wanted to stay on YouTube, and it gives me a nice right in the middle. Baseball is way too many games at 162. The NFL's would feel like not enough at 17, but the NBA would give me 82. The NBA season runs from October to, well, not non-playoffs to April, and that's part of that's bad weather where I am. So that would give me something to do during that bad weather. Spurs ball to start the third quarter. Simpson's been on for 30 something years. Castle in the paint gets his shot blocked. Spurs get the ball back. Mike Wesley starting the quarter. Shot clock violation. No CP3 or Barnes. Is Mitch waving the white flag? Is he waving the tank flag? Are we tanking, guys? Is this the soft tank? Castle, Biombo, Mamu, Champagny, and Blake? Done for three. If the Spurs lose tonight, they lock up the 8th spot in the lottery. And Wow, Miami obliterated the Pelicans 153-104. That's got to be the team's goal. Let's be honest. They don't want to drop in the lottery. Like Wesley pull up Jay, no good. 56-47. Oh, wow. Before pause, I was just thinking that. Is Mitch getting the orders from above like, hey, do not play CP3 or Harrison Barnes anymore? That's a missed layup at the rim by the Suns. I didn't see who shot that, but there might be been a, yeah, put in our worst guys. Not all say our worst guys, but you know what I mean. Don't put in our best guys. That sounds much better. Mama pull up jumper. Don't put our best guys. Don't put in the guys that give us the best chance to win. Leave it at that. 56-49, which means watch. The team tank squad going to find a winner to win tonight. That always happens. The rest of the team just had to come back from getting freshmen. Ryan Dunn for three again from the corner. 10-point game. Booker and Beal are out there, so credit to Phoenix playing their guys. Biombo jumper in the paint, good. Tell me when will you be mine? Barnes CP3 won't play again. We'll get a rest. I figured. You know what? They've played 81 games. They're going to probably play Sunday. That'll be 82 games. Props to them for playing the whole season. Lance, I don't think the players that are playing right now do not want to lose. It is their job to win, and they're going to try to win. But organizationally, they probably don't want to win this game. Champagne step back three, no good. Calvin, what's going on? As a long life fan of the Suns, your Spurs are better set as a team. I agree. Castle for three, no good. Calvin, and I'm not trying to rub salt in the wound. I saw a stat tonight during this game that said the Phoenix Suns do not have control over their first round picks until 2032. Oh my gosh! Bradley Beal with the prayer as he gets fouled and it goes in. I think Lance, I think he did. In all seriousness, they might have needed a call. If you look at the standings, the Spurs are right there. What I think what's going to happen, they're pulling everybody now. The Spurs are going to lose this game. That's my prediction. They're gonna play lineups that influence a loss in this game. And then they're gonna go all out Sun against the Raptors to get win number 34 when the Suns and Blazers will be at 35 wins and the Spurs can't catch them. The Spurs will get number 34. Castle for three again. Castle has not made a shot since that hot first quarter. Down the other in transition, Ryan Dunn dunk. 13-point game. Lance, I agree. They'd rather win the final game at home. That kind of makes sense. Let's be honest. Devin Vassell and Kellen Johnson are healthy scratches. They're not hurt. We know they're not. They're healthy scratches. I think it's starting to make sense. Lose tonight in Phoenix. Lock up the eighth lottery spot. Win at home to close the season. The loss, yeah, but the loss does mean more than a win in the long run. I'm not going to sit here and root for them to lose. Or the organization clearly, though, I think would want them to lose this game. Playing hard in a soft tank. Exactly. If you're going to lose tonight, so be it. But get the best out of whoever's on the court anyway. Let's see what Malachi has. Let's see what Blake has. Get David Duke Jr. out there. Put Harrison Ingram in. If you're going to tank, freaking go all out. Go big or go home. Put the rookies in, Mitch. Get your hands out of your pocket. Stop playing with your ding dong and get the young guys in. Joseph, Celtics. I got to go with the Celtics. Until proven otherwise, I don't want to bet against the defending NBA champions. Just saying. Sorry, I'm getting fired up, but I mean, you're gonna test the team out. If you're gonna soft tank, see what the guys have that you haven't played all year. Harrison Ingram's played what, 2 minutes? Give Harrison some minutes. Art Ding Dong. Yes, they are, and they're quite delicious, Renee. I could go for a little Debbie type snack right now, like a Funny Bone or a Twinkie, Hostess cupcake. It's making me hungry. Yeah, Mitch, you've been the magician, if you will, with your wacky lineups all season. Give me some center David Duke Jr. Huh? You put Jeremy Sohan at center. Throw Dookie at center for a bit. Let's see how that works out. Point guard Harrison Ingram. I'm all in. Let's do it. There's Kelvin's cowboy hat. Let's go. Man, he is such a Texan. So is. Gobert tied his career high. Nice. From play hard to a Twinkie. Tell him about the Twinkie. I do want him to play hard. But the heck, if you're clearly throwing this game by resting your best, well, I guess arguably best players, people might argue me on that one, but Devin and Keldon look like a healthy scratch. They're not bringing back CP3 Harrison Barnes for the second half. Get the young guys in. Champagne runner no good. Keep Castle in to help the rookie of the year. Let's get him stat padding. Suns got a fast break and Iguodala with the slam. This is turning into a blowout. Champagne another runner no good. Biombo with the offensive nope. Suns on the break again. Oh my God! Wow. Man, I want put Harrison Ingram in. Yes, Area 51. That hat is thunder and lightning. Castle gets fouled. Going to go on the line for two. I don't want to say I haven't seen him really play, Dana. He hasn't played. Put him in tonight. Putting a hat. Yeah, that Johnson did have a nice hat on it though. A good-looking Johnson. I do say myself. Jacob Toby just said Castle's first free throw trip to the line this year. He then corrected himself, but damn, Jacob. Yes, this is an obvious tank, Lance. Yes. At least he's not wearing a red. This is true. Dove chocolate bar. Oh, Medicare, why are you doing that to me? I like me some chocolate. Castle makes them both. Those are his first points of. I think his first point since the first quarter. Lance, if they lose tonight, they lock up the eighth odds, which is why I think the soft tank is in. The art of tanking without tanking. 68-53. I mean, the guys out there are trying, but Mitch isn't exactly putting out the best lineup to win the game tonight. Mamu runner good. Kakashiba, I don't think he's going to play long enough. Rocksteady, Bebop and Rocksteady. I like me some Dana. I don't know how if you've been here before, but I'm just saying. Just saying. Ryan Dunn for three from the corner, no good. Champagne with the rebound. Castle bringing up for San Antonio, almost get his pocket picked. 12 on the shot clock for the Spurs. Castle still with the ball. Pass to Champagne. To Mamu. Mamu's going to throw down the dunk, and it rims out, but he was fouled. All right. Okay, Dana. I'm sorry. We've grown a lot over well, we've made decent growth over the 6 years we've been on YouTube. Yeah, by the way, 6th anniversary was just last week. I honestly can't remember everybody. I try to. I really do. But thank you. That's great that you've been here for a while. Joe, what's going on? Asia, I thought of you earlier this week. I know you struggled with the recent loss of a family member, and I saw a quote, and maybe you've heard it before. I had not, but it made me think of your situation, and it said something like, now I'm missing the quote. Don't be sad that they're no longer here. Be happy that they were, or something along those lines. Like be thankful for the don't focus on what's not here anymore. Focus on the amazing time you had with them. I thought that was a nice quote, even though I know I'm misquoting a little bit. Ever since I heard "Go Spurs Go," all right, Dan, it sounds good. The real question is, can you tank without embarrassing the league? That's what San Antonio's doing, classy tanking. Hey, let's hit the like them up button, guys, and show TSR some love and support for covering all. Yes, I've called every game T-Gun. This is year number 6 of the Spurs, year number 6 of losing, and this is the last year of losing. The last year. Renee, yes, the lottery is totally encourages tanking. It's because when they were learning the Magic, who were 41 and 41 and got what the third overall pick, or it was the first overall pick, and then traded it. They changed the whole lottery because of Shaq's Magic years ago. It does encourage losing. It does. Thank you, Area 51. Come on, Summers, don't be a soft butthole fight. Yeah, fellas, something like that too. Wish your voice was as loud as. And the problem is, if I was louder, it blows out my mic. But I could turn the clips down a little bit. Hold on, I can do that right now. Let's turn that one down a little bit.
Thunder, 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 thunder. Oh, just.
Yeah, we're going through them. We're going through them. I'm just getting them out of the yellow, so that should help. This is really happening. Yeah, ready? I'm gonna turn my mic down a little bit. Then I'll turn the intro down. All right, looks like everything stays just out of the yellow. Like OBS shows green and then yellow and then red, and everything's right now under a little bit. You're welcome, Asia. 68-55, but we have a jump ball. I will, Lance, in the offseason. I'll make something new. Might replace some of the older ones. The Area 51 is the newest one, which is this one. But yeah, I'll definitely do some new stuff. 68-55, 8 seconds on the shot clock for Denver. Denver. I just saw the Nuggets now. Arno, you got me thinking of Grayson Allen with a mile-long three. Biggest lead of the game. How are your ears going to bleed? So, Phil, my plan, I know there could be some ear bleeding moments with the draft or lottery. So we're going to switch or not cameras, we're going to switch microphones for the lottery results. Champagne pull-up jumper right down the other end, another quick pull-up jump. Wow, there's exchange of jumpers now. I normally use the blue ice ball, which is you guys have seen this on camera a couple times. It's this guy here. It's a podcasting microphone, so it's good for like a lot of the videos I record or doing voiceovers. But for screaming, it's not good. The Logitech C22 922, which is right in front of me, has a built-in microphone, but it gets blown out very easily. But it can handle louder noises. So for the draft nights, I can make sure I switch to this microphone, and that will make your ears bleed. And I expect that if the Spurs get a top 4 pick, I'm going to be screaming. The 0 for 3, oh my gosh. This game's getting silly. Now if the Spurs draft a UConn player, Miss TSR might blow out the mic. She can get very high. Maybe not loud like I get, but the higher octave, being a female voice, of course. I'm kind of not paying attention to the game anymore because we're playing like poop. Grayson Allen fast break layup, so she can blow out the mic too. I gotta expect Miss TSR is going to watch the first round of the draft with me. I'd be shocked if she doesn't. I would think so. It's not a lock the Spurs draft Liam McNeely, but she's going to be very invested to find out where Liam McNeely goes, whether it's here or elsewhere. UConn is the women's championship team. This is correct. Why are we Medicare? I've been wondering if you're soft tanking, which you clearly are tonight. No Kelvin, no Devin. I think they're clearly healthy scratches. Harrison Barnes, CP3 resting the second half when they're good to go. I Yeah, definitely seems like a tank. By the way, speaking of the NBA draft lottery is May 12th. That's when we find out. The NBA draft itself is June 25th and 26th. It is 2 nights again. I will absolutely be live for the first two Spurs picks. Then after that, probably a little 10 to 15 minute recap. Won't be live for the whole first round. But definitely live for the Spurs first two picks, which all things, if they work out well, I'm hoping the Hawks become a lottery team. I'm hoping I'll be okay with the first overall pick and the second overall pick. I think that would be, that'd be fair, right? The Spurs pick moves up to one and the Hawks pick moves up to two, or vice versa. I'm not greedy. I'm okay with the Hawks pick becoming number one and the Spurs pick becoming number two. So we get the first pick, we get the second pick, and we're good. Yes, she was, Asia. The celebration parade is Sunday, which I can't go to it because we've got the game against the Raptors. So I will be missing that. I would go otherwise, but I've made the promise to you guys to call all 82 games. Champagne for three in the corner, and to call all 81 and then miss the last one, she would not be okay with it. She wants me to call the game. I want to call the game. Got to call the last game. Champagne with 20 points. Yay. Booker with the runner. Good. I see many drafts. Yes, Concaniple seems to be the front runner for the Spurs. Chance, what's going on? Yeah, Barnes is done. He's not playing in the second half. CP3 is also not playing the second half. Turnover Spurs. We are playing some bad, uninspired basketball right now. We're just leaving guys open to dunk it well in the paint. Ryan Dunn just standing there all by himself. I could have scored right there. It wouldn't have been a dunk. There was nobody within 3 feet. McLaughlin for three, no good. Main City? Yes, she is Asia. Main City is Hartford. I mean, it's the capital. Other places you may have heard of, Greenwich, which is one of the richest parts in the country, I believe, still to this date. Beal for three in the corner. Oh my gosh. Bradley Beal is 5-3. We're down 25. This is, I get losing for draft position, but not like this. This is, no, come on. I didn't, Asia. I didn't. We're in a timeout right now. You know what, Fine Swine? That's what I got to think as well. I said every mock, I thought that too. Like every mock draft has us taking Concanipo, which means we're not going to draft Concanipo. I think the Suns are challenging this out of bounds play that clearly went off Julian Champagne's hands. Show nuts! Oh, meltdown for sure. The old tank's driving through. Boom, 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 boom. At least on this Friday, we can enjoy some Agency basketball. What Metcalf is that? Steven Z, I'm a diehard. You guys all know that. Somebody gave a great comment on one of the videos today. I didn't recognize the user's name. He said, you're a dichotomy, Rich. Hating the Cowboys before you were born. One of the biggest ride or die Spurs fans I've ever known. You're awesome. He said something like that. I was like, the Suns won the challenge. Even Coach Bud is snickering at this, right? I thought Connecticut was just one big city with many. There's some country here too. First, and I mean, we wouldn't be able to afford that long term with the first and second round lottery pick. Their rookie extensions, plus Wemby's, plus Fox was Castle. I mean, we couldn't afford that. If that is 0% chance of that happening. Harrison Ingram. Uh, if that happened, they would trade the second pick. I would think. It is what it is. Hackathon had us taking a point guard. Recognize what jersey? What's up, Elaine? Which are we talking about the one I'm wearing? My custom TSR Sports jersey? One of one. Number 69 right here. It does, Lance. It's an okay state. I mean, the taxes suck here. They absolutely suck. I think we're constantly in the top 10 worst places to live tax wise. Great. Phoenix ball up by 25. We had the meltdown in the third quarter, and it carried on over into the third quarter. I don't even want to look at what we're getting outscored by in this quarter. Dunn with a runner. Making Dunn look like a Hall of Famer. It's got 69 over here, too. It's got 69 here. It's got 16. You'll get a 69, and you'll get a 69, and you'll get a 69. There's another miss for the Spurs. I'm sorry, I'm barely not paying. I'm not even calling the game anymore, but we're also playing like ish. I want to keep an eye on Harrison Ingram. Plumlee in the paint layup. Are we going to lose by 40 tonight? Oh, this is a tank for sure. Mama for three. No good. Done with the rebound. I'm surprised Phoenix still has Booker out there. And Beal. Why? You looked at who we're putting out there? Plumlee going to drive, gets it out to Beal. 7 on the shot clock. Back to Plumlee. Wide open. No good. Tyus Jones, right? Who is that? Well, it's Calypsy. How did I get him confused? Well, I'm getting tired. That's not good. Jordan McLaughlin for three, no good. Oh, huge collision at midcourt. Any fouls? McLaughlin and Dunn run into each other. I think there's going to call incidental contact, which I agree with. They just kind of ran into each other. That was a huge pileup. That was a collision. Spurs ball. All right, guys, we have them right where we want them. Right? It's time for the most epic of comebacks. That's another miss for San Antonio. Oh boy. There's a miss and Plumlee with the putback. No good. Going to line. I appreciate those of you that are still hanging out. This is a struggle's real. By the way, I think finally, you guys know I've been doing the documentaries on the channel. They haven't really taken off yet, but I think that's something that's going to build with time. Today we did one on Icky Woods and the Icky Shuffle. It's actually only a 5-minute video. There wasn't really a lot to talk about with him as I dug deeper into his career. He only played 4 years and only had one healthy season, a phenomenal healthy rookie season that helped bring his team to a Super Bowl. There wasn't a lot after that because of a torn ACL that kept him out for 13 months. That torn ACL wrecked his career. But that was a fun video. If you get a chance to watch it this weekend, would appreciate it. Help that in the algorithm, and you might enjoy it too. Might be a player you're not familiar with, although you've probably seen the Icky Shuffle in commercials. Rico, one more. We're gonna win Sunday. I think the plan is to lose tonight. Clearly, the plan is to lose tonight on the road, lock up the 8th spot in the lottery seeding, and then win at home on Sunday. That's what makes sense. Gillespie with the ball for the Suns out in 3-point land, 10 on the shot clock, and a fire off a three. No good. Another offensive rebound for Phoenix. They've been crushing the offensive rebounds tonight. Crushing the rebounds, seeing them joining before them, and hearing the lamentation of the Mitch Johnsons. 4 on the shot clock for Phoenix. Dunn's going to spin around to the paint. Tough layup. He missed it, but nice move. Didn't finish it. McLaughlin will get it to David Duke Jr. in the game. He missed the layup. And then McLaughlin with a steal. Now the loose ball, and Plumlee back with the ball. Runs over Jordan McLaughlin. That's going to be a charge. David Duke Jr.'s playing. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Isabel, good evening to you. Oh, that was a block? What? What's that movie?
You cover. Cover. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. The Spurs are beating me tonight. 92-62. Embarrassment for our Spurs. The tank is in. The tank is on. This game be over very long.
I don't know. Wow. I thought that was a charge Medicare. He done ran Jordan McLaughlin over. Apparently, it's a block. I don't know if he was moving. I assume he was. Brandon with the miss. And was that buzzer beater good? Mama with the buzzer beater. Are you ready for the fourth quarter comeback? I just want to live somewhere that has a ton of land in all four seasons. Phil, we do have all four seasons here in New England. But ride a horse to the farmer's market. I mean, you could move, you could live with the Amish in Pennsylvania. All four seasons, you can ride a horse anywhere. We're going to be good next year. Not so much this year. No, not so much right now. We were good at the start of the year, and then things happened. Quarter number 4. Steven Z with the $5 super chat says, "Can we get some Chuck?" Yes, you. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate it. You've been a big supporter of the channel all year. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. I can't wait until next year when the streams are popping again. And the reason I say that, and I'm very open with you guys, when the streams are popping, that means more Google ad revenue, which means I can do more giveaways. It's not dependent just on, well, no, actually, if the channel's not doing well, then I don't do the channel to make money, but I don't do the channel to lose money. So when we're popping again next year, I'm looking forward to doing lots of giveaways. If we're back to the point where we're gonna have 1,000 people every stream, then I think I'd like to start doing a giveaway with every win. When we get to that point, we're not there yet, but that's the eventual goal for the channel. Is every time the Spurs win, we do a giveaway. Just got the kiddos down. 5 lug racing. So what I think's happening, and this seems fairly accurate, is the Spurs are doing a soft tank tonight. Devin Vassell and Kelvin Johnson are out. They're healthy scratches. Let's be honest. They're healthy scratches. Harrison Barnes and Chris Paul are not playing in the second half. They brought out the team tank lineup for the third quarter, and it worked. We're down 92-64, and they organizationally, not player wise, but organizationally, they want to lose this game because if they do, this locks in the 8th worst record in the lottery seeding. And then they are going to want to win at home Sunday. Last game of the year, last game in front of the home crowd. I think they're going to want to win that. And that would get them up to 34 wins, which that's 12 more than last year or the year before that. What will that do to your pocketbook when the Spurs win 70 plus games? Oh, I don't know, Phil. It would be the income obviously go up for the Spurs. This channel is very dependent on the Spurs. We don't have much on the channel that does well outside of it. I've tried starting doing other NBA videos and they've been okay-ish, but not great. The documentaries have not picked up at all yet. If they do, then that would really help the channel. But it would, if income goes up a lot of this channel, if the Spurs are playing well, I would want to do more giving back as well. You know what I mean? You already know that. I'm surprised Castle's playing. Why is Steph out there? You just turn the ball over. Really, we're down 28 and you got Steph in there? I don't know if I like this. Grayson Allen for 3 good. We're down over 30. There's no benefit to have Steph out there. I guess the stat pad for Rookie of the Year, possibly? David Duke Jr. in the corner for 3. All right. I know he can shoot. I try, man. I try, Phil. I try. There's a steal by Harrison Ingram. Ingram gets up to Wesley, to Duke, and Wesley should have shot that. That was almost a turnover. Wesley's not going to take a 3. Hold up, Blake. You're on a fast break and you don't shoot the 2, but you take a 3 where you suck? Royce O'Neal layup good on the fast break down the other end. I think it pads stat too. A Bear said no 5. Like Bear's at home. He's not here tonight. He's doing better though. I mentioned to you guys that he wasn't feeling too well early in the week. He's doing a lot better. Harrison Ingram to the paint, layup good. Oh, I got too many points on the board for the Spurs. Whoa. No, that was right. I was ahead of the league pass scoreboard. Cowboy, just it didn't gel. It did not gel at all. Beal, Booker, Durant. Duke, what a steal. Now on a fast break into the paint. Layup good. Duke, showing us a little something here in garbage time. I miss Picard. Nice, Andy. Yeah, there's a lot of folks not with us. Jonathan, UConn fans usually here. Miss TSR, TS Bear, Jonathan, Slothy, JL, Groot. That's a lot of couch contingent. That's 6. There's more of them than us. There's only 4 of us. 97-71, Castle in the paint after the miss by the Suns or turnover. I didn't see what happened. Castle with the layup good. Let's get turns. Nice. Yes, playoffs next year, I'm going to do without a doubt. Oh my. Tyus Jones, runner's no good. Spurs on another fast break. Blake Wesley in the paint. Throws it down. Timeout, Phoenix. We're coming back, guys.
Thunder, thunder, thunder. Thunderdome of justice.
9 more minutes of layups. That's what it's feeling like. Yeah, happy B-Day. Happy birthday, Biscuit. Duke rocking a headband. We all know headbands are the way to go. Lose Memphis to Memphis lost on Nuggets. Oh, wow. No. Ooh. Whoa, the double headband. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. I'm too sexy for my headband. Too sexy for my headband. With heart. I have a headband on my head and I do my thing on the catwalk. Ooh, on the catwalk, yeah. On the catwalk, I rub my headband on the catwalk. We're 70-ish minutes away from Cooper Flag. There you go, Kills. Go Spurs, go. Big deficit, but go Spurs, go. I like that. This this is not how I thought this game would go tonight at all. Um, but well, here we are. What are you gonna do? Rich, that needs to be a short. I actually did do a headband short, I think, at one point. I don't do enough shorts on this channel. I should do more. Phil, I really want to try to do shorts on the other channel on days I don't do videos. I have a lot of toys from when I was a child. I was like, why don't I just do like when I'm at work? I literally, when I'm on break, could just grab my phone and shoot a 20-second short and hit upload. I really want to get that channel. I really want to grow that channel, to be honest. I really do. Just because it would, I feel like an accomplishment. I told you guys, it would feel like a huge accomplishment to have monetization's the achievement I guess I'm looking to unlock on that channel, not for the purpose of making money per se, but it to have two channels that are so unrelated content-wise, where you have a sports channel over here, and then over there you got 80s movie reviews, bad metal, um, terrible low-budget movies, random comic book videos, and everything else in between. I'm glad you're into, Steven. It's Grogu. Grogu. Did we ever find out Grogu's race, Yoda and Grogu, or is he just still Baby Yoda? Baby Yoda race. Grayson Allen's in the paint, layup no good. Gonna go to the line for two. My clock's a little by. Julian Champagne's in the game? What are we doing? Okay. Oh my gosh, I see it now at Grayson Allen. Somebody mentioned he looks like Ted Cruz earlier. I see it. A younger Ted Cruz, but with the gray hair on the side, if you put a beard on him, dang. There you go, Biscuit Buddy. Oh my Lanta, I see it too now. Oh gosh, every time I see him at the line, I'm gonna see it. Great. Yeah, stop talking about that. Mamu for three. Here we come. It's 20. Oh, missing a point by the Sun. Sorry, missed a free throw. 21-point game. I told you we got him right where we want him. Champagne, Mamu, Blake, Castle. Who am I missing? Branham? Another miss. Blake on the fast break. Almost turned it over. Mamu gets the ball. I have one. It is Mamu time. These are the magical Mitch lineups that we've been waiting all night for. Let's go, Magic Mitch Johnson. Woo-hoo. It's just in case Ebony misses the G League, it's on now. Nice, Greco. Those are facts. Good evening, Mr. Scotch Crutch. Oh, are there? Phil, I didn't know it was actually a thing. I mean, that makes sense with you guys being in Texas. I don't like talking politics, but he's obviously a very well-known person in Texas. We're not actually talking politics. We're just saying he looks like them. Another turnover by Phoenix. Brandon in the paint. And he got blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spurs. J.I. or J.L. Combo hug. Thank you for stopping in. The Spurs are trying to make a giant comeback here at the end of the game. They were down by as much as 25 or 27. Mama with the ball. Drives in the paint. Out to Branham. Branham step back three. Dang it. Mama with the... Nope. Couldn't get the offensive rebound. 99-81. Let's go. Let's make it interesting. Why not, right? Well, I'm all for making it interesting at the end. Dude, I did got a guy on the court right now. I don't know who that is. Who's number 4? Where's Bobo? Bobo in there. Phoenix. There's another miss for Phoenix. They can't buy a bucket this quarter. Spurs ball. Castle bring it up for San Antonio. 7 minutes to go. 99-81. Castle going to drive in the paint. Out to Champagny for 3. Swish! 99-84. Al Rooker's the running man. What's going on? Or Al Roker, excuse me. Roker, same difference. The Spurs are making this a little interesting at the end. All right, well, now we have a foul on Gillespie. 2 free throws coming up. Imagine if Manu and Mamu played together. I know. Castle, what? Does he know how many assists Castle has? Is he getting close to 10? I know he missed a few assists early in the game. He said they don't need Bowl because we don't have Wemby. That's fair. I mean, Boble's about the equivalent of Wemby, according to Shaq. Freaking Shaq. Sun just got to 100. I don't know what Shaq's deal is, why he thinks Wemby's just another Bobo. He's obviously, I think we would all agree if you're a Spurs fan or even just an NBA fan. He's got 9 assists. Jeez. He's got a chance for a double-double. Wonder if that's why they're keeping him in there. Castle will sprint up the court, takes off in the paint, and traveled. Andrew, what's up? He said, I was not pleased at all with Mitch's game. Castle had a great first, and Mitch, yes, I agree. Andrew, I said that same thing in there early in the game. Like he was on fire, and then he sat for, I think it was about 8 minutes. But he not only sat for 8 minutes game time, also the time in between the first and second quarters. So that was over well over 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes real time, probably 15 minutes plus real time with timeouts, and it hadn't been the same since. So I agree with your sentiment there. Classic Mitch. They have a drive into the paint, and Iguodaro misses the shot. Spurs ball down by 17. Steph with the ball looking for assist number 10. Gonna drive in the paint. Out to Brandon for three. There it is. Just Shaq's ego. Yeah, he's probably trolling. 10 assists for Steph tonight, I believe. Spurs on a 23-6 run in the last 5 minutes. Another 23-6 run would give them the lead. Gillespie for three. Gillespie, you bunghole. Nice, Phil. Wesley, Rick. Suns ball. 104-87. Appreciate y'all hanging out tonight. The Friday night. We got one more game to go. Well, so much for the comeback. Another three-pointer by Gillespie. Back to 20. I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. We'll be live Sunday. Let me check the last game of the year. I think it's at 3 or 3:30. I guess the game could have been worse. For Team Tank, I know organizationally, guys, this is better for the team. They're going to finish with the eighth. They're going to finish. They can't finish worse than eighth record-wise in the lottery. I know it's a better long run, but it sucks seeing them play like this. Just getting whacked. What was I looking up? I don't even remember. Seriously, I was just going to look something up, and now it just fell completely out of my head. Champagny, that is not right. Oh, wow. My player on the court thing is way not correct. It has Chris Paul in there. Let me hit refresh. I'm sorry about that, guys. Nobody had sent anything. I didn't realize it was that freaking outdated. Oops. Well, that sucks. I didn't know that was all sorts of wrong. All right. Come on, what's going on here? Julian Champagny has 23. Steph has 16 and 10. He's 6 of 10 from the field. He started 5 of 5, so since then he's gone 1 of 5. He's got 16, 10, and 16, 4, and 10. So triple double is, dare I say, impossible unless somehow he grabs 6 rebounds at the end of his game, which I don't think he's going to play the whole end of the game. Tax Brazilian Ghost is about 5:20 left. Yep, Die Hard tonight. Serge, what's going on? Imagine me told. Oh, yeah, I read that earlier. Sorry. People say we have the longest rebuild ever. I don't think so. Oh, the time. Thank you, Greg. The time of Sunday's game. I was like, what was I looking up? I saw like the Spurs schedule, and I totally like blanked on what. I'm like, why am I looking at their schedule? I think it's at 3. It's 3:30. Last game of the year, 3:30 Eastern time against the Raptors. It's a home game. I fully expect the Spurs to win that game and want them to win that game. Barring a miracle, they're going to lose tonight, which means Sunday's game has no effect on their draft position. Go out and win that game. I think this game provided me closure with Branham and Blake. I think the Spurs are going to move on from at least one of them, Andrew. It would seem like Malachi Branham, since he's played so little this year. Blake staying is a possibility, but not a lot. Bulls and Pacers have been rebuilding for the last 30 years. Yeah. I'm a Giants fan, and the Spurs are in much better position than the Giants. At least we know where our franchise player is. One more. Well, no, Greco, not one more get together. We're hate watching the Atlanta Hawks next week. Don't forget, I'll be calling two of the two Hawks playing games, rooting for them to lose, so their pick turns into a lottery pick. Lipsy gets blocked by the rim. Spurs ball. Castle has checked out of the game as he should. Duke Jr. for three. Looks like he got hit when he took the shot. No whistle. You know, Duke is showing a pretty good stroke from outside and is not played at all this year. And we desperately need 3-point shooting. Desperately seeking Susan. What? I think we're going to start getting to the point where I'm not going to know all these players for the Phoenix Suns. There's a missed three. It is Spurs ball. Loose ball foul on Gillespie. The Giants would crush the Spurs in a football game. I agree. No, Muhammad, this TSR won't be here for the last game. He's going to be at the UConn game. Or not UConn game, the parade Sunday for the UConn women's team winning the national championship. Tank away, win the last game at home. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Blake Wesley, bucket and one. If Atlanta wins the first one, Lance, don't they have to win the second one, or are they automatically in? All right, Juan. I thought you had to win twice in the play-in. Do you have to win once or twice in the NBA play-in to make the playoffs? In the NBA play-in tournament, teams ranked 7 through 10 in each conference compete for the final two playoff spots. The 7th and 8th seed face each other, with the winners securing. Okay, so the winner of the 7th and 8th seed secure the 7th seed. The loser of that game, along with the winner of the 9th and 10th seed matchup, battle for the 8th seed. Therefore, teams in position 7 and 8 need to win one game to advance. All right, well, teams in positions 9 and 10 need to win two games. All right, there we go. I get it now. I'm sorry. Oh, they changed one of our three-pointers to a two. It's back to 18. Atlanta's clinched the 8th seed and will play Orlando. If they lose the plan, okay. They play the winner. Okay, I get it. Thank you, Sports Hulk. Thank you for stopping. Great name, by the way. I'm a huge Hulk fan. Sports Hulk. Hulk's my favorite Marvel character of all time. That's my man. I've been a fan since the Lou Ferrigno Bill Bixby show. Dun, 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 dun. Sports and the Hulk. I like it. Go, 2-2. What's going on? Booker's not coming back. It's a blowout. All right, so I finally understand the plan. Thank you all. Thank you, Google, as well. 7 and 8 play each other. The winner of that is automatically the 7th seed. 9 and 10 play each other. The winner of that plays the loser of 7 and 8, and whoever wins that game is in. So Atlanta would have to lose twice. Yeah, they'd have to lose twice. If they win, they're in. So they have to lose twice. 110-90. I don't know why I'm still calling this game. This game's way over. I guess I'm just hanging out with you guys. Near the end of the season. Tomorrow's a Saturday. So staying up late, whatever. I did not see the She-Hulk series. I did not see it, Chim. I haven't heard good things about it. I'm a little out of it on Marvel stuff. The last thing I saw was Deadpool and Wolverine, but I've missed probably 50% of the stuff. Oh my God, Blake, shoot free throws better than that, buddy. I I think that the market's been a little oversaturated with comic book stuff. As much as I love it, there's been a lot of content between movies and TV shows. Not only Marvel TV shows on Disney Plus, but all the stuff on the CW as well. Just wait, Sports Hulk. Next year, when the Spurs are a championship caliber team again, or at least a playoff team, we'll have 500 in here. We'll have 1,000 in here. It's gonna be awesome. I love it when we have huge crowds. It's a lot of fun. I love any crowd. Don't be wrong, but when we're winning and we can all share that. Now they gave a point back to the Spurs. Make up your mind on that 3-pointer, or am I sleeping on something? Thunderbolts movie. What about Hulk made you like him? Greg, darn good question. I could easily say I got picked on a lot as a kid, so being the Hulk, I would be able to fight back, but I already liked the Hulk before then. I think historically, I have liked the guys that were larger than life. The half physiques I couldn't pull off. And what I mean by that is I like the Incredible Hulk, Hulk Hogan, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, David Robinson. I just always gravitated to those guys that were just, the physical specimens, if you will. For everybody that's new here, I have a girlfriend. Don't start making your jokes in the chat. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I could see where it sounds like, oh, he's attracted to dudes. No, I'm not. But I just, I've always been very, don't have that ability to get my body like that. And I think just, the superhero, the Rambo, Commando, Rambo Commando, this the larger than life type people, and then the Hulk, I just identified with because I think back then I just wanted, I don't know. I don't know if, I'm gonna go with TSR's past a little bit. I've talked about it briefly with you guys. My dad was not a good guy. He was one of those drunk, abusive type dads. And I wonder if subconsciously identify with the Hulk because as the Hulk, maybe I could fight back and fight for me or protect my mom or whatever. I don't know. But he's my guy. When there are more people in the ton of people, do you feel the need to talk to? No, Biscuit Buddy. I try to keep it the same no matter what's happening. I'm barely calling this game. The game's been over for a while now. Lakers are beating the Rockets 89-72. They're only 5 minutes into the they're still 6 minutes in the third quarter. I will miss people in the chat, Biscuit Buddy, when there's large crowds because I just can't possibly read everything. What really makes it fun is when the chat's going so fast I can't read it. Because that just, they're just go Spurs goes flying, and I can't believe we're winning this game. That's a lot of fun. Spurs will be contenders soon. I don't see Atlanta beating Orlando. Any given Sunday, Levi and friends. I do. I haven't read all of Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man, but I do have most of the issues. I'm missing a couple. You're welcome, Greg. I'm an open book. If Atlanta makes the playoffs, the Spurs have the 15th pick. But if they don't make the playoffs, then the Spurs have a higher chance at a top four pick. Yeah, wow. Yeah, Greg, I don't think he was abusive towards me. I don't remember that. My only memory of him, I hate to say it, living with me is him hitting my mom, which, is not cool. It's probably why we were divorced when I was 4, because he was a bunghole. It is Phoenix Suns ball, if anybody cares. Here's a 3 in the corner by some dude. I don't know who that was. I have no idea. Number 15, nice shot. I have no clue who you are. Malachi Branham misses in the paint. Oh, Timmy, come on now. So if the Hawks make the playoffs, it's the 15th pick from them. I mean, I've talked about Rasheer Fleming on this channel. I am not opposed to getting Rasheer with the 15th pick. Yeah, some dude. I don't know who the hell he is. There's a miss for the Spurs, and Phoenix will just run it out. Headband guy here is faking like he was going to go for a dunk. He is going to throw it down after the clock. He could have dunked there. He didn't. So props to him. The game was over. He could have went in there and did something. And this was a rough game. I'm going to loosely go over the end of game stats. I'm not going to read every player off because we were in garbage time, and there's a lot of dudes here that played that. Who the hell knows who some of these guys are? I was going to point out the highlights. How's that sound? I'm sure you guys will be okay with that. Where's our game? Where's our game on the scoreboard? ESPN. Oh, we're way at the end. We're literally the last one at the right. I think everybody played tonight. This scoreboard took me a while to scroll on. I think everybody played tonight, which makes sense. The season's almost over. Man, the middle quarters were not good to us Spurs fans. We got outscored 25-14 in the second, 49-17 in the third. We got outscored 64-31. in the second and third quarter. We actually won the first and fourth quarter, a total combined of 67 to 53. But the second and third quarter, a complete meltdown. Granted, it appeared the team was tanking. I mean, it is what it is. I guess that's tomorrow's video. Ryan Dunn, nice game for the Suns, 26 points, 11 rebounds. Also, Iguodaro with 6, Bradley Beal with 21, Grayson Allen with 15, and Devin Booker with 18. Off the bench, Colin Gillespie had 13, and he was the only one in double figures. The Suns tonight shot 46, 40, 91. They turned the ball 11 times, and they had 10 offensive rebounds. All right, so that slowed down in the second half. The Spurs for the night shot 43, 38, 70. We turned the ball over 14 times. And our starters, Julian Champagny, finished with 23 points. Harrison Barnes barely played. He played 15 minutes, only took 3 shots. He had 2 points. Bismack Biyombo had 6 and 8. Chris Paul, 0. CP3 scored 0 tonight and had 1 assist. Right, well, he ran around and didn't do much. Stephon Castle, 6 of 10 from the field, finished with 16 points, 10 assists, a steal, 2 turnovers, 10 assists, trying to help push him to that Rookie of the Year. Off the bench, anybody notable? Mamu, 19 points, 8 of 15 shooting, 9 rebounds. Also in double digits was Malachi Branham, 5 of 16 from the field, never shy to shoot. Jordan McLaughlin finished with a donut in 25 minutes. He was 0 for 5 from the floor. Ouch. Harrison Ingram, career high 4 points tonight. Actually, Duke's 8 points is probably a career high as well. I don't know if he's played enough to have more than that. This was a tough game to watch. I get why the Spurs tanked it. I do. But we'll win Sunday, guys. We'll beat the Raptors Sunday. We better win Sunday. Finish with 34 wins. And we're trending in the right direction. Herman, I don't really have a read on him. He just hasn't played enough. You're welcome, Isabel. He did do that. He did. I'll give him credit for that. Sorry to hear that, too, but your mom raised a good guy. Cute. He She did. My mom was awesome. She was pretty cool. He's still on track. 482. Salas, what am I missing there? Am I still on track? 482. Oh, 82. I read it. Oh, yes. South 77. We did 81 of 81. We're calling Sunday's game. Yes, it'll be all 82. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it. That's what I was closing my eyes. I'm like, am I reading that wrong? I read it as 482. The 4 messed me up. The 4, FOR, yes. We're going to do all 82 games. First time in the channel's history. And that's cool. I don't know if we'll be able to do that again next year. I expect at least to do 80 games. I can't imagine myself going under 80 at this point, but yeah, at least 80 will be the goal next season. If I go to a Spurs game, or because, Yodi will go, right? This TSR and I, Yodi, bring Yodi to a game. I totally would bring you to the game, Yodi. I mean, come on. He's a Spur. All right, my computer's getting sleepy. I could tell when OBS starts getting a little glitchy. That means it's time to wrap it up. It was fun tonight. Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, last game of the year. And let's go out with a win at home. Go out with a big win at home. And thank you all. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so on the way out. It does still help the channel. And that's all I got. So on behalf of myself, Yodi, Selena, Mikey, and Grogu, what you gonna do when TSR Sports run wild on you? Go Spurs go!